Hello, my name is Victoria Seed, and I am bringing this session to you from the Vesta approach in Manchester, UK. Today, I am going to be talking about how to prioritise your children's needs over your loved one's addiction. So, if you are in a situation where you are affected by somebody else's alcohol or drug use, and there are children within your family or within your loved one's family, this is for you. If you are a professional, a coach, anyone working with human beings, and you figure out that somebody has got a problem with alcohol or drugs, this is for you. If you are a member of the public and you are concerned about a neighbour or something that you've seen, this is also for you. So I'll explain why in a moment. Now, the Vesta approach, what I do is help family members and individuals who are affected by alcohol and drug use, and I can help you too. And every week, I create one of these videos to talk you through a topic related to addiction and family recovery. So go back and have a look at the other 10 or 11 sessions. I aim for them to be around 10 minutes. I usually go a bit over, but that is about it. I am just going to pop the link for you to have to download my top 10 tips free of charge at vestaapproach.co.uk/freebie. So some of what I'm saying today and a lot of what I don't cover is in a download which will go straight into your inbox with my top 10 tips, some fantastic useful organizations, and a handy checklist as well. So go and grab that, please. All right, so let's get going then. First of all, I just want to say that I've done this work for just under 2 decades. So when I talk about people who are using substances, I speak about them with kindness, love, care, and compassion always. However, we need to think about the wider family and the impact on families. If I didn't do that, the Vesta approach would not exist at all. So what we all need to be doing is thinking about the impact on other people as well as the person that's using the substance. And it does impact on other people. And I've spoken to many people that have said the same thing. It is not a criticism. It is not punitive what I talk about here, but putting children's needs first should always, always happen. And here's why. All right, so I'm going to just start with the 3 reasons why we need to prioritize a child's needs. All right. So I'm a children's safeguarding trainer and consultant as well as doing this work. So in all of my work with my clients, I always ask about children. I always ask about impact on children. And if we need to, we will get services in place to support with that. And hear me say it's support, all right? It's not a punishment, because families need to support to deal with this stuff from professionals who are dealing with this day in, day out. And what I find is that most families try and handle this themselves. And actually, you've had no training, you're not therapists. If you are therapists, trust me, it doesn't work trying to implement this stuff in your own family. So, Section 1 of the Children's Act, which really governs and guides our child protection law, states that a child's needs are paramount. It applies in law, but also to any situation, really. So when we're working within organisations, we are expected to put the child's needs first above every single thing else that we do, whether it's above a relationship that we've formed with an adult client, whether it's, and for me, it applies to relationships with friends, family members, and colleagues. If I know that a child is potentially going to be impacted, their health and well-being, their mental health, their physical health, now or in the future as a result of something they are experiencing, then I am going to take action on that. I have done, I will continue to do, and I will never apologize for that, because I know the earlier we get in to support children and families, the better. We have to be a voice for them. Okay, it can be really hard to feel like you're breaching the confidence of somebody that you're working with or somebody that you help. But the question I would always ask yourself is, if I don't do something to help this child or my child, what could the outcome be? And if you ask yourself that, it should motivate you to take action. All right, the second reason why this is important is because parents and carers' substance use does have an impact on children, even when you think it does not. If you think children don't know, if you feel like you're doing a good job of covering up, if you feel like you're lying, if you feel like you're combating the tough times with good times and activities and fun, trust me, I've worked directly with children for many, many years. It is going to impact on children. Okay, there's been an incredible amount of research on this topic, and living with a parent or carer who uses substances problematically does and will have an impact on children. I know that can be hard to hear, but it does. I've worked with a 4-year-old that has said when mummy drinks, she falls off a bike and wheezes herself. So even though they may not be able to name words like substance use disorder or addiction or any of that stuff, they do know what is going on. Okay, it can affect them right through to their adulthood. So there's lots of research around adverse childhood experiences. Parental substance use is one of those adverse childhood experiences. There is evidence to show that living with that can impact children and adults right through their lives. So again, the earlier we get in, the better. So the question to ask yourself here is, what are the children seeing, hearing, and feeling, even as babies? Be a voice for those children. All right, and number 3, reasons why it's important. Families try and resolve the issue themselves. So I've worked with families for a long, long time. I'm a qualified, advanced substance addictions professional, as it's now called. I know that families close rank with this issue. They try and resolve it themselves. The peaks and the troughs happen. Things get better. Everyone just hopes and prays it's going to go away. Occasionally it does, but not that frequently. And you know, even when somebody gets into recovery or stops or reduces their substance use, it doesn't mean the family are going to recover at that rate, or if ever, because a lot of the time the family has been very impacted, and it does take work to create change and for everybody to move along that recovery cycle. So children then can feel isolated. Families feel the stigma and shame. They might be hiding stuff, but what happens is children's feelings don't get validated when that happens. Like there's a whole entrenched feeling of that stigma and shame, being lied to, family secrets, you know, the elephant in the room. And, you know, the best thing to do here is to get everybody within the family the help they need, which is why I do what I do. It includes a person using substances, it includes the family members, and it includes the children as well. The earlier support is accessed, the better for everybody, you know, and we've got to think children can see a difference in their parents, carers, and other family members when they are intoxicated, when they are hungover, when they have no substances in their system. Doesn't always mean that children prefer parents sober, because I've worked with a lot of children who have said, I like it when they're drunk because I get more time on my Xbox, I get more presents, and more of a laugh. Okay, so think about that. So the question to ask here is, which people, services and support can we access to help us with this issue? I've already said if you download my freebie, there is some really good support services listed on there. So please go and grab that and get hold of it. And all those services are listed there. Even if the person using substances doesn't want to help, you can get your own help. Okay, Right, I'm on 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it there on the why it's important, and I'm going to create another video about the whys next week. So there will be a part 2 to this 10 at 11. But I'll leave you with that. Please drop your comments, thoughts, feelings, reflections in below, or drop me a DM on whatever social channel you are on. This is a really important topic. It's Children's Mental Health Week. It's Children of Alcoholics Week next week. So let's all think about any children that we know are in this situation and how we can take action. Okay, have a conversation with your loved one. Contact Children's Services, have a chat to them anonymously. You can speak to the NSPCC. You know, you can let school know what's going on so they've got an eye on it. There's lots and lots of ways around this. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there. It's quite a heavy topic, and I will see you next week. Bye.